Hello and welcome to the start of a new episode. Now, I wasn't planning on making this beginning so soon, but a couple things happened which are kind of incredible. So, well, first of all you'll notice I'm rocking the diamond armor now, no more iron. Seeing as we have a couple of stacks of diamonds lying around, I thought, why not? We will get around to enchanting this later on, but for now I'm really happy that I'm no longer, travelling around with the iron armor. The second thing that happened is, if you've been watching these videos, you might have noticed that occasionally as I'm walking around this farm area, there's always skeleton noises. And I started to wonder why. I figured there was probably a cave underneath here, like very close to the surface, and I just passed it off as, it's just a normal cave, you get skeletons quite often, but seeing as it was always skeletons, I decided to do some digging. Literally. And I just kind of, by chance, just dug down in this little hole here, and I'm sure you'll be able to see what the problem is now. There is a skeleton spawner directly underneath my farm, which is incredible. This is the easiest mob farm that I will ever build in a Minecraft world before. Because it's going to be so easy to access this. It's basically on the surface. The only problem with this is we are going to need to tear down the farm that we already have here. But I was starting to think that having the wheat farm here and having the rest of the farms over there was a little bit weird. So I was kind of toying around with the idea of moving this anyway. And this is the perfect opportunity to. Now, I've never made a skeleton farm before in Minecraft, but I think it works similarly to a zombie farm, which I have built. So, at the start of this episode, we're going to build a skeleton farm. But first of all, we're gonna have to clear out this wheat farm. And for that, we're gonna go to a quick, cheeky little time lapse. Clearing out the wheat from near the place where I sleep. Ready for some skeletons to fall in a heap, and when I'm running low on levels I can farm XP and sell all the arrows, bows and bones on the cheap. Now that is how you record a time-lapse. Unfortunately, I had some major recording hiccups where for some reason OBS was recording my screen in the wrong position. So I went ahead and built the whole skeleton farm and, did a full walkthrough of how to do it. And all of that video got corrupted. So I already have the skeleton farm done. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like down here. Basic idea is that we funnel these skeletons down here into an area where we can just hit them. Now, the things to kind of take note of here are, A, they're standing on a hopper, so that when I hit them and they drop things, it will just seamlessly fall down, and I don't need to, fill my inventory with bones and arrows and bows. I just have them all down here. The second thing, take note of the trap door. So if you don't have this trapdoor here, this is going to be dangerous because they will probably kill me. If I get close to them, then they can hit me, I believe. Yeah, they can hit me. I get the point. Okay. Oh, my trapdoor did fall into my inventory. I've got a little bit of lag currently, so you have to have this trapdoor here, or they can target you. And then the third nice thing about this is, and this is going to be very noisy, and very laggy apparently, but we can basically wipe them all out by just standing here and clicking, now and then. Super simple. And they drop so many things. Now this is going to be perfect for getting XP for our, mostly for our mending elytra, but also for getting to level 30 to enchant the rest of our gear. Now, I've gone ahead and enchanted a lot of things here. So we already had our pick, but I also have shovels now that are strong. And also a sword which has all of these things on it. I think there's a couple of enchantments I still want to put on all of these tools. Primarily mending. I want mending on all of these tools and all of my armor. I've also got a respiration on this helmet, which is not the enchantment I was hoping for, but I didn't get. Okay, I wasn't very lucky with the enchantments I was getting, so it was mainly only giving me one thing on each. Now what you just saw there was entity cramming. There were too many skeletons stood on the same spot. So what Minecraft does, and this is the same principle that the cow farm works on, what Minecraft does is it just culls the think it's the oldest, or is it random? Not entirely sure on the exact mechanics behind it, but it kills some of the mobs standing in place, gets rid of them, and that results in your ears starting because you just hear this clacking noise that happens all simultaneously. Now this skeleton farm is great because you get so many bones, bows, and arrows, and the useful thing about all of those things is that we can sell them. Well, maybe not the bows because they're all, you know, in a state of disrepair. We could repair them and use them for dispensers, perhaps. Unless you can use broken bows and dispensers now, which I haven't checked if you can. But I have collected a lot of these. And yeah, so we already have a lot of bones ready to sell and arrows. But I've also crafted some of the bones into bone meal and then crafted the bone meal into bone blocks. I'm not sure what price to sell any of those things for currently, but I will start selling them alongside the item frames that I've also been stockpiling from the cow farm. Now, what will be useful is also showing you kind of how the skeleton farm works. Now, as you saw, the skeleton farm, the hole I originally showed you where it was down here. If I was to break this block, you'll kind of see the skeleton spawner down here. Now, the basic gist is that you mine out 4 blocks on the XZ plane away from the middle spawner. So this room should be 9 by 9. And then you place water source blocks on the back wall here. The spawner is suspended with, I think it's 3 empty blocks below it. And then we build a trench on the last layer. And that trench is 3 blocks down. And there is a water source block on the edge, the edge block down at the bottom there. And what the skeletons will spawn all in this big cube area. Anywhere, basically. When this is closed down, the entire place is dark enough for skeletons to maximally spawn in this area. And then they will flow into the trench. And then from the trench, they'll float into this corner, the opposite corner to the water source block. And then they'll fall into a hole. And if I were to put the stone back, because I don't want them to shoot me, and one of the stones fell, so I'm just gonna steal some dirt. Where did that go? Like I said, laggy. Things just fly everywhere. Just stick that there. That hole is where they were stood. So come back down here. This is where the hole leads, and then we can just put them like this. The other thing you might have noticed is that I also put some redstone lamps kind of on the in the middle of the edges around the room, and they're connected to this very badly wired lever. So if I flick the lever and then wait for Minecraft to catch up, again, lag. I have a really bad internet connection to the server currently. If I switch this, then I don't know if it's light enough to completely stop mob spawning, but it will kind of turn off the heart of the farm for the most part. So if I wanted to not take up the entire mob cap, I can just turn the farm off, and that won't annoy everyone else on the server if they're trying to spawn things. Now, if I were to just kill as many of these as I can, and then wait around for a while, then I should see far fewer skeletons spawn. Come on. Come on, little fella, you can die. Are you already dead? No. Yep. Cool. Yeah, okay, if you crouch, then they can also get you. It looks like there's not any more coming. So yeah, the lights are indeed enough to shut the whole farm down. And then... okay, maybe not. But there's far fewer of them, is the point. Maybe not completely killing it. Ooh! Yeah, that was a delayed hit. Oh. Oh my god. Please let me rearrange my inventory. I've already had the walk of shame to come back here and get my stuff. Please just don't. Please just don't. Why do I still have so many, like, iron tools in my... Well, anyway, that happened. We'll have to deal with that, I guess. They shouldn't be able to get me down here. That was just the internet being silly. The next thing we did on the server is fly over to the Colosseum, which apparently exists, to take part in the Hot and Cold Challenge.
Before we get started with James's excellent event that he will explain to you in a few minutes how exactly it's going to work, I am here to explain a very much shorter term event than the next one he's got planned, a Secret Santa. So who would be interested in taking part in this Secret Santa? Okay, we got a Jarell.
I have nothing. I have like rocks.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I have like rocks. I have nothing good.
You can offer someone a ticket on your masterful train system, right?
But there's not a train. There's like a They can have the I can sell that land.
You can sell them land on Minecraft. Genius.
Partially do. Well, it's valuable land. It's very valuable. It's right next to a portal. It's good view. You're selling the natural landscape back to people. That's capitalism. I can sell all ungenerated trunks. I will sell.
After we put our name into the Secret Santa, we had a short explanation of how the Hot and Cold Challenge works. Essentially, we have some advancements that have been added to the game, and they follow a hot route and a cold route. For each team member that follows one of the challenges on any of those routes, we get a point. So if we both did a challenge on the hot route, then we'd both get the points for it, but only if one of us does, we'd get 1 point.
Can we take the bed, you said? We could take the bed.
Yeah, you can take the bed.
And the chest, or do we have to leave the chest?
There's no real point in taking the chest, to be honest.
Okay.
Can I take the walls of the Colosseum with me?
No.
Aww.
Do not damage the Colosseum.
Can I take the banners? Can I take this carpet? Can I take... Can I take this mushroom in particular?
No, it's resident.
Aww. Does anyone have like 4 dispensers, some redstone, and some curse of binding gear? This is like too tempting.
I mean, yeah,
Ollie's
but...
just stood here, like.
I mean, maybe something came up. Give him a.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm patient. It's fine. Maybe he's died. We don't know. I mean, anything could happen, right?
Yeah, but somehow I doubt he would have conveniently muted himself.
He's gone into tier 4.
That's...
Okay, ready?
No.
No.
Justin, we switching to private?
Sure.
Okay. So I don't know where the nearest. I don't know where the nearest Tundra is the problem.
Do you want me to just...
What, are you gonna go find a Tundra?
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Okay, I don't know where Basalt Delta is either, to be honest. Like... Ooh, my internet's being a bit... internety.
Let's be honest, Dan, we're not gonna win.
I know, I'm okay. Like, I'm here for the fun, to be honest. Like, I'm not here to hardcore win or anything.
I'm not.
Alright.
All they've played this set, they know where it is. Oh,
I'm being, like, chased already by a... piglin. Well, some people have got hottest of the hot, so they found the Basalt Delta, but I don't know where it is, so...
We'll be professional slow runners.
Alright.
Not speedrunners.
Yeah, I can do that.
I feel like Minecraft speedrunning ever since the big Dream scandal. I feel like Minecraft speedrunners.
Have you been following the Dream? Did you see the Donkey video about it?
I didn't see the Donkey one, no.
The Donkey video is actually informative. Have you seen what Donkey's doing lately? It's really weird.
The bad videos.
Yeah. One of them...
Good,
they are actually genuinely okay bad videos. Like, the latest one was about the Dream thing, and it's actually informative. It actually is a good wrap-up of what's happening.
I'm sorry you had to be on my team, though.
I'd, like, absolutely don't worry about it. Like, I'm happy to be on your team. We're team fun. We're here to have a better time than everyone else. All right. Everyone else is like, oh, we're competitive. We're gonna win. Let's just take a time out of the competition and just like build a house. Well, I'm gonna follow some of these torches and see if they get me to a basalt delta. I think that might be one.
Basing that episode of SpongeBob. Do you watch SpongeBob anymore?
Yeah, I watch SpongeBob.
There was that episode where
there we go.
They're in the burger making competition against Neptune.
Oh yeah.
And SpongeBob makes the one patty. So.
Against Neptune, yeah, and he's like, "This is the best burger I've ever eaten."
That's it. That's us.
After exploring this area for a little while and coming up short, I decided to look elsewhere, and on my way back, I got trapped into an epic encounter with a skeleton that looked like this.
Well. I'm in a riverboat.
Okay. How was your call? You go okay?
Oh, it's okay. It's just about yeah. No, it's mostly about the Christmas thing.
Okay. Oh, as in the fact that Christmas is cancelled, or?
Well, my mother's not actually. I thought she would be in tier 4, but she's not. She's surrounded by tier 4. She's surrounded, but she's not in tier 4.
Okay.
So.
I'll make an axe as well. Hang on.
I think there's still one day at least. Yeah.
The next part of the search was pretty long, so to cut it down a little bit, we got a blaze rod from some blazes, we eventually found a magma cube to get a magma cream, and we went back to the overworld, put down our brewing stand, and made ourselves some fire resistance potions, so that later we could throw ourselves into some lava. What is that? Alright, Right, if I breed those two together, so the challenges are I need to breed two together, and then I need to use a wart fungus on a stick while riding a strider until it breaks. Okay. This is going to be a little bit iffy. I've done a little bit more, so I'm on one of the next advancement for me is breeding two striders, and then I need to ride one using a wart fungus stick until the stick breaks. That's going to take a while. So you two please breed. And then I'm going to lead you this way and come back, I think. Right, fantastic, because I don't have... Well, oh no, wait, I have a saddle. If I saddle this one up... Wait, no, that's the child. If I saddle this one up... I'm gonna get on it. I suppose the problem is I don't have a wart fungus stick before I got here, so I can't actually lead it anywhere. That was a really stupid move of me.
I'm stuck in a single jump.
Right, I am going to go back, get myself some string, and I don't know how easy that's going to be. Ooh, perfect. Right, get in the hole, get in the hole, get in the hole, get in the hole. No, get in the hole. That's not the hole. That's my face. Right, we are trying to get string from this guy. Give me some string. Give me some string. If you don't have string, I'm gonna have to find some more gold. Please pick up the gold and barter with me. You're making me really nervous by not doing that. Alright, good. Eventually, I gave up my dreams of a piglin trading empire, and also for some reason didn't realise that striders actually drop string on death, so I'm an idiot. I left the Nether in disgrace and decided to join Ollie on his search for a Tundra. So I think the task is meant to be to find a village and trade with villagers there and get a Silk Touch book and then use an anvil. Can't confirm that, but that's what my suspicions are.
Temple. Found a temple. That's pretty cool.
We found a temple.
Yeah, the
Like
water
a-
temple.
Wow, that's pretty cool. The water temple. Flashbacks of Ocarina of Time intensify.
Oh, I only played Majora's Mask. I need to play the rest. I really enjoy the Majora's Mask.
Yeah?
And when I look at Breath of the Wild, I'm just overwhelmed. I feel none of that is a bad thing, but I need to get in the right moods. Do you know what I mean? It's like starting The Witcher 3. When I started The Witcher 3, I couldn't. I started it, but didn't start it. I started it and stopped.
I played like maximum an hour of The Witcher 3 and thought, wow, this game's going to take too much of my life if I actually try and play it. So I never played it again. I'm sure it's a fantastic game if you get into it. I just didn't have the time.
It's really good. It's when CDP. It's when they were good.
Back in CDPR's heyday, when they could actually make a game and finish it and release it. I can't believe they've removed it from the PlayStation Store. Well, I can, but it's just incredible it's got to this point.
You know what? I knew it'd be buggy. But I never thought it'd be that bad. Yeah.
No, I get the weirdest thing sometimes where sometimes after I eat like a big meal or something, my teeth feel like really weird and I'm like, you know what I could do with right now is flossing my teeth.
I know exactly what you mean.
I didn't know if anyone else got this feeling, but like right now, because
like a weird toothache feeling-ish.
I had fish and chips for tea, and you know, like obviously fish, you get like all these little fibers in it, and you probably get the same with some kinds of meat, where it's like, oh, you know what I could do? I could just floss my teeth right now and get rid of all those little bits between my teeth, and that would feel genuinely quite good. That's how we're working as a team. Is we're actually like racing each other, so that spurs us both on to get as many points as possible.
Oh, come on, get me there, Des.
Come on, we can do this. Oh, you beat me to it. I'm actually quite far away now. I went to the wrong bit of the sea. But I'm not far away, so it's okay. Oh, well, I see ice. I think I'm here now. I'm almost at the Tundra.
Never work out.
It's the Crown Tundra.
Oh, that's actually really nice. I like that.
What is?
This little house, like they put a furnace and then like wood.
Oh yeah. Some of them are really cute. We actually only have 15 minutes left, so I don't think we're going to even manage this one. I began the arduous task of making this villager jobless and then giving them employment again, and eventually it paid off, and they gave me a Silk Touch trade. Unfortunately, Ollie had to leave early, and then for some reason the villager lost their trade, so I actually didn't get this last task completed.
Green team have made the grand total 32 points in first place, and in second place with 24 points are purple team. But there is one more thing, which is of course the bonus challenge. I would like you to try and kill a blaze whilst wearing a half pumpkin and under the effect of a fire resistance potion using snowballs.
Say all of that again.
We don't have the fire resistance potion.
I will type it in.
Oh yeah, we don't have a fire resistance potion. God damn it.
Apologies.
Daniel, do you know where the blaze spawner is? Because I do.
Also, there's a creep around
I
here.
do not.
Okay, where are you in the fortress?
Wait, what?
On the main
No
bridge.
man, I barely know camel.
Ah,
Let me just come up to you a sec. I can lead you to the blaze spawner.
Bro,
Also,
don't blow up my base.
I am not blowing.
I was so close to getting it. I'm like here.
I worked so hard on this base. Look at it. This is literally the perfect base.
You beat me by like maybe half a minute there. Ah.
So yes, Daniel and Justin, here we have your prize, one armor stand each, or more points for things on the armor stand.
Bro, I can't
a pair
see.
of frosted boots and a sword of fire.
Ooh.
Okay, James, before you announce the thing, everyone who said they wanted to be part of Secret Santa, please feel free to take
Oh yeah.
to press the button and get a name. If you get your own name, put it back in the dropper and take it.
Name has been attained.
Me too.
I'll let everyone else get their names first, and I'll jump right in. That's all.
They see me roll.
Okay.
From this point onwards, we are going to be holding an event until the end of January, maybe early February. We don't know the exact end date at the moment. The headhunts. I will post the rules exactly in server info, but a rundown is collect as many mob heads as you can.
So, as you can see, we came 5th out of 7 teams in the community event, which is not fantastic, but I like to think that our team had more fun than the others. With no evidence to back up that claim whatsoever, but I'm just gonna blindly believe that. Now, we also found out that our Secret Santa is Ollie. And that's convenient because he was our teammate. And I've been thinking about what items I could get him, or, you know, what present I can get him with the Secret Santa. And the render distance is not great here, but his little train station's over here. And earlier on, I was helping him get different kinds of stone to help build that. So he's building it out of granite and just like diorite, cobblestone, I think, and smooth stone. And I think the perfect present would just be maybe a stack, not a stack, a chest. Just one stack would be a bit underwhelming. Maybe a chest of each of the different kinds of stone, probably not gravel. So diorite, granite, andesite, and cobblestone, but also smooth stone, like normal stone. I think just a chest of each of those would be the perfect Secret Santa present. Now, we are also going to go to our shop and restock it, and change around the stock that we have. So far, we have been selling stuff like seeds, and we're doing it in exchange for wood. But I've now mined enough wood on my own, and we're still getting some from the shop, that I think now is possibly a good time to kind of rethink what we're using our shop for. I've also seen there is a shop that's cropped up that is actually selling wood. So I think the time for us buying things with wood, or rather selling things in exchange for wood, are over. I think we're going to have to remove some things from our shop, primarily the seeds that we're currently selling. So I've noticed that, you know, wheat seeds is a bit of an underwhelming thing to sell. Beetroot seeds are something that people are only going to want to sell once. And if we're selling people the seeds, they're just going to grow the things on their own, and why would they buy off me then? So I am going to stop selling the seeds and only sell the products that they make. But I'll probably have to sell them for quite cheap, just because wheat is easy to grow, you know, so it's beetroot, and beetroot's just not useful. So I might just discontinue selling that completely. The other things that we can sell are based on the farms that we have. So with the skeleton farm, I've collected so many bones that I'm going to start selling these alongside bone blocks and bone meal. In fact, I might just, depending on whether people want the bones themselves, I might just completely ignore those and only sell the bone meal and bone blocks. And also arrows, which are always helpful to have around. In fact, if I come down to my farm, I am sure, in the time since I last cleared it out, there are going to be loads of resources. I'll just take out the remainder that are standing around. Which is odd because I've actually turned on the lights, so there really shouldn't be that many in there, but there we are. So, oh my god, there's just stacks and stacks of bones and bows and arrows and so much stuff here. Yeah, this farm is doing its work. Putting in the time. We are also participating in the head hunt. So on the server, we are all currently trying to find as many unique mob heads as possible. Not player heads, just the mob heads. So I've collected a fair few so far, some of which I already had. But seeing as everyone else is trying to get them, I'm just gonna sell my spares. And I think I've settled on amounts that I can sell them all for. So based on the scoring system, some of the mob heads are worth only 1 point, so mostly passive mobs that are easy to get, and I'll probably sell those for 2 diamonds. The ones that are worth 2 points are a little bit harder to get, probably sell those for around 5 diamonds. The ones that are worth 3 points, which I think might only be the Ender Dragon, but I'm not sure, I'm going to sell those ones for 10 diamonds, and the ones that are the hardest to get, which are worth 5 points because you need to get a charged creeper to explode the mobs, I'm going to sell those for 20 diamonds. I don't have any spares of those, or, you know, any of them non-spare, which is a shame, but hopefully we'll manage to get some at some point. That's going to require us probably to wait for a thunderstorm and use a trident with channeling and just yeet our trident at things and summon lightning. That will probably be the best way to do it. Get some lightning to charge the creeposaurus and then just lure them into a big collection of mobs, and hopefully we'll get ourselves some mob heads. So I'm just going to go through my chest now and painstakingly carry all of this stuff to our shop, change out the stock, and see where to go from there. And we'll also spend some of our diamonds at the shop. However, this episode is already quite long, and if I include the footage that I've already filmed for the next part of this episode, it's going to be ridiculously long, so I'm going to split this in 2 here, and I'm going to see you next time. In the next episode, we're going to make a creeper farm and restock the shop, and probably some other stuff too, because I might have to film more to fill up the episode, but yeah. Thanks for watching, hope you had a good time, see you in the next episode. Thank you.